If TikTok being banned does not radicalize you as an American citizen, you are intentionally missing the point, because it's not about TikTok. It's the fact that Republicans and Democrats across all legislative branches can expeditiously and unanimously pull together like never before, and probably never again, to streamline legislation banning a social media app while completely ignoring everything important to us. They can't pull together to make sure my kids don't get shot while they go to school, to fix the economy, to mandate livable wages, to kick hedge funds out of single-family homes so I can afford my fucking mortgage again. They're doing fuck all about homeowners insurance, stealing billions of dollars from Americans, and then leaving them for dead while their homes wash away in a flood or burn to the fucking ground in a fire. They, like every other country, can't pull together to outlaw the poisonous substances that are put into our food, creating an epidemic of obese, diabetic, cancerous Americans who need to lean on a healthcare system. They do fuck all the mandate in way of quality of service or cost. They won't give us free healthcare. They won't invest in infrastructure or education. But all of their efforts collectively go to banning a social media app. California is on fire. North Carolina and Tennessee washed away. New Jersey has geoplasmic orbs over it. Our kids get shot in school, and our economy is on the brink of fucking collapse. But their top priority is banning social media. That's where the effort goes.
As we advocated and continue to advocate for the citizens of the United States of America, and we show up every day because we love this country so much, as we all believe this is not about security threats. This is not about worrying about another country having our information. This is strictly about an attackment or an attack on our freedom of speech. Don't like all of us communicating and working together as one, as I believe they believe it's a threat to all of them. Either way, I love you guys so much, and I'm so sorry to hear this news. Anyway, love your families. Midnight. I am out.
And a lot of you guys don't know, but I have a finance degree, and I have never made a political video on this app. But after what I just saw Congress do, I'm gonna make one. Because this has nothing to do with the American people. It's about making them a ton of money. And as you guys know, TikTok is in direct competition with Meta, which used to be Facebook. And the thing about Meta is, it's a publicly traded company. And you know who has a lot of money in Meta? Yeah, our Congress. Like Mr. Josh G right here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your last name, because frankly, you wouldn't even care to learn mine. You have a lot of money in Meta, so let's see how you voted. Oh yeah, you voted to pass the ban. What about my good friend Michael McCall over here? You betcha. How about our old pal Jared right here, who actually very recently purchased a ton of Meta stock? Very coincidentally, right before the TikTok ban. Would you look at that? He voted to ban it too. And the thing is, this isn't a left or right issue. Leaders in Congress from all 50 states just decided to ban this app, which pays for the livelihood of millions of people for our safety, while also cashing in with Meta. And that's only one part of why this whole ban is stupid. Another part is, you put a bill to ban TikTok inside of a humanitarian aid bill so it could rush through Congress. It was never debated on the floor. The Senate never had to hear any witness about it. In fact, you didn't ask any of the people from the United States of America, from your home states that you somehow represent, how it would affect their livelihood. Markey didn't come up and say, we have to reverse it. All he asked was for 270 extra days for the creators to find a job, to find another plan, to find a different way to put food on the table, to provide. In the video, he brings up all of the LA creators are letting us know about the wildfires. They're spreading awareness, different stories. And 175 million Americans use this app. That is over half of all the people that you represent in Congress. But because of their own personal selfishness, wanting to cash a check, wanting to cozy up to each other and climb the ladder, they couldn't care less what the people think about this. But hey, I'm glad your guys' stock portfolios are looking nice.
How to make sure Mark Zuckerberg has a really bad day. Meta makes their money from advertisers, and when they can serve you targeted ads, they're going to be more effective and they're going to give Meta more money. So the first thing you need to do is go into your settings, search Facebook, make sure this is off. The same thing for Instagram if you still have these apps. Next, we're going to get rid of all of the info they have collected about you. Go into your Facebook settings, scroll all the way down to the bottom, start with off Facebook activity. Down here with the manage future activity, go in, turn that off. Go back into settings, click on see more in account center, and go down to ad preferences. Manage info, you're going to turn all of this off, disable it, delete everything here. In categories is one of the most important parts. Down here, categories associated with you, there's probably going to be a bunch. Go in there, delete every single one of them. There's one last thing, back in Facebook settings, access your information. Down to logged information. On ads interest, this is another one where there's probably going to be a lot. Delete them all. This is going to severely limit all the info they use to push effective ads onto you. You're going to get really broad stuff, and hopefully they're going to make a lot less money off of your info.
The funniest part is American citizens wouldn't even be talking to Chinese citizens if the U.S. government didn't try to ban TikTok because they claimed TikTok was going to push Chinese communist propaganda, right? And then a bunch of Americans went and joined an app specifically designed for Chinese citizens that was cleared by the Communist Party of China. And then suddenly we have cross-cultural exchange between American citizens and Chinese citizens. American citizens start to realize that Chinese people are people. That, honestly, it feels good that some of y'all, I know you don't travel, but you're like, oh my God, look, they have groceries like us. That blew my mind. A lot of y'all were like, they have houses. Like that, it feels weird. I don't know what you thought they were doing in China. Feels weird. But the opposite side of that is the fact that the Chinese thought a lot of true things about us were actually communist propaganda from China. That is fucking, they thought their government was lying on us. Like, I've seen the comment sections where people would be like, yo, our government, the Chinese government said that y'all Americans have to pay for your own ambulances. Like, that's crazy. That's like a lie. They're like talking shit on capitalism, and legit Americans have to be like, no, for real, we have to pay for our own ambulances. Like, ambulances aren't free. And they're like, yo, what? Okay, but like that bullshit about your kids possibly needing like a bulletproof backpack, like that's crazy. And we're like,
See, it was all good when it was all good, but now a bitch is getting aware. I'm too aware. This little Red Book app has me too aware. And I can't go back once I start knowing shit. Our government, quite frankly, does not fuck with us. And we knew this. We knew this. I knew this. You knew this. But being on the Red Book app is putting it into visual perspective. It's putting it into visual perspective. Do you see how the Chinese are living, guys? America is considered the leader of the world stage, yet we have one of the most highest homelessness population rates compared to other underdeveloped countries. Do y'all remember a few years back when there were so many videos of Chinese people having to live in storage container units because of the homelessness or because of the population? Yeah, I'm here to let you know that the homelessness rate in China is 0.18%. 0.18%, and their population is 1.4 billion people. Here in America, our population is 32 million, and we have a homelessness rate of 2.04. 2.04. That's roughly about 700,000 people. America is the only developed country in the world that does not provide some form of universal health care. In China, 95% of its population is covered by basic health insurance. Their health insurance is provided through government-supported or mandated health insurance policies and plans. Here in America, majority of our health care comes through private sectors, meaning a lot of us have to pay a premium. We have to pay out of pocket. In China, they don't have annual property tax. So once you pay off your mortgage, that's it. It's yours. The land is yours. It's yours. You lose your job today, you have a place to stay. In America, and we're still dealing with a housing crisis that our government doesn't want to do anything about, but they want to take away TikTok. Because through TikTok, we find out how much they're fucking us over. The Chinese government has more policies put into place to make their residents become owners rather than keep them as long-term, lifelong renters. Whether it's vehicles or housing, they have more of the chance, more of the possibility of being an owner than the average American. And y'all heard how I said 95% of their population is covered under basic health insurance, right? 95% of 1.4 billion people. Here in America, we have 8% of our population that does not have health insurance. In numbers, that is 2.56 million people who do not have health insurance here in America. But we're paying taxes though. Y'all are increasing taxes. Yet we have 2.56 million people walking around without basic health insurance. And don't get me started on their goods. Don't get me started on their goods. Have y'all seen their electric cars that are under $10,000? Some of them are under $10,000, and they're outperforming any luxury car that we have here in the United States. I just saw a car get fully submerged in water and still performing. Yet we have this fucking eyesore of a fucking tank called the Cybertruck that's catching on fucking fire if it gets overheated. This shit is making me too hot. It's making me too hot. Like, I'm dead ass. Luigi's game about to be multiplayer. Because what the fuck? What the actual fuck are you guys doing over there? Y'all forgot that y'all work for us? Why don't we have universal health care yet? We are the only developed country in the world that doesn't have some sort of fucking universal health care. Why? We are really a third world country with a Gucci belt, bitch. We don't even have the Gucci belt. It's Fucci. It's Fucci. Everything is fake. Everything is fucking fake. We have a housing crisis. We can't afford groceries. Our kids are getting shot up in schools. You're taking away the autonomy rights of women because you want to force us to fucking have kids because you want to make sure that your future companies have fucking workers. Y'all literally... And now y'all want to take away TikTok. I hope TikTok is the 13th reason. I hope it's the fucking 13th reason and these motherfuckers start to revolt on y'all asses. I really do hope that Luigi's game becomes multiplayer. Dead ass.